Hey everyone, and welcome to This Explainer. I am so glad you're here with us today. We are unpacking a fascinating topic that affects so many of us, yet it is so often totally misunderstood, and that is the gut-skin connection. Now, if you've ever dealt with mysterious skin flare-ups, you know exactly how frustrating it can be. But today, we're going to look way past the surface. We're going to decode the very real signals your body is sending you, and we'll do it step by step to really understand the biology behind those breakouts.
So is your skin trying to tell you something deeper? Most of us are taught to treat our skin like it's just this surface layer, a totally separate box from the rest of the body. But human biology simply doesn't work in separate boxes. It works a lot more like a connected neighborhood. Think of a bustling city block where the power supply, the water lines, and the underground cables are all hidden beneath the street. If a water main breaks somewhere, the effect is going to show up all the way down the block, even if the actual problem isn't visible from the outside. Well, your skin behaves exactly the same way.
Okay, let's really dive right into this. The gut-skin connection, it's not some vague, mystical concept, and it is definitely not just a marketing slogan. It is a literal biological pathway of regulation. It's a very real system of cause and effect, what clinical research often calls the gut-brain-skin axis. It's where your internal communication networks directly influence your external skin appearance. We're talking about how your body handles nutrients, manages inflammation, and responds to microbes.
Section 1. The hidden communication system. Let's take a look inside.
Your gut is essentially the central control hub for your entire body, and it's juggling at least 3 massive jobs all at once. It's extracting useful nutrients, blocking unwanted material from crossing into your bloodstream, and sending out immune alerts when something looks suspicious. Think of it like a highly secure, super busy restaurant kitchen. That kitchen isn't just cooking, it's rigorously checking ingredients, sorting deliveries, and throwing out the bad stuff. If that kitchen gets disorganized, man, that chaos doesn't just stay behind closed doors. The problems eventually show up right out there at the dining table.
So how exactly does it keep the bad stuff out? Well, it relies on the gut barrier, which acts as a selective, smart filter. Picture a window screen in your house, designed to let that nice, fresh breeze in while keeping all the bugs out. Now, if that screen gets a tear in it, it's not leaking in some catastrophic house flooding way, but the quality of the filter totally drops, way more than just air gets in. When the gut barrier is weakened, which is a condition known as increased intestinal permeability, unwanted signals slip right through into your bloodstream, completely disturbing your internal balance.
Which brings us to Section 2, the internal domino effect, reacting in layers.
This biological reaction behaves literally exactly like falling dominoes, and the chain starts quietly. First, the gut is stressed or imbalanced, just a quiet gray area. Second, that barrier or window screen gets less selective, still in the gray. But as that internal tension escalates from a quiet gray into a flashing high-alert orange, step 3 hits. The immune system notices the disturbance. It's kind of like a security checkpoint at a school gate. If the gate becomes unreliable, the guards don't just relax, right? No, the whole school goes on high alert. Finally, step 4, those fiery orange inflammatory signals surge. The whole system cranks up the thermostat, and things get heated.
Now, here is an absolutely crucial point. Inflammation is a messenger. It is not the disease itself. We hear the word inflammation and we instantly think, oh no, the ultimate enemy. But honestly, it's really just your body saying, hey, something needs attention over here. Consider a smoke alarm. A smoke alarm is incredibly useful if there's an actual fire in your kitchen. But if it keeps going off just because of steam from your shower, it becomes incredibly disruptive. Inflammation is exactly like that. It's protective in the short term, but when it becomes chronic, systemic inflammation, it is incredibly disruptive to your skin.
And we literally can't talk about these messages without talking about who is helping to send them, your microbes. Your gut is home to this massive ecosystem of microbes that act kind of like the water in a fish tank. The fish are the visible parts of your health, but that hidden water quality, it supports absolutely everything. If that microbial water suffers from dysbiosis, which is basically a severe imbalance, it pushes your entire body away from calm regulation and straight toward irritation.
Moving right along to Section 3, decoding your skin, reading the signals.
Because your skin is just packed full of immune cells, it acts as an incredibly sensitive receiver. It picks up all that internal background noise we were just talking about, the barrier strain, the immune alarms, the water quality. It's not trying to diagnose you, but it brilliantly illustrates a logical map where internal regulation shapes external appearance. For example, if you have gut barrier strain, the visible readout on your skin is very often redness, irritation, and sensitivity. If there's an immune over-alertness, you might see persistent swelling or stubborn flares. Your skin isn't just guessing, it is directly receiving the downstream effect of what the rest of your body is doing.
Think of these specific internal shifts and the skin symptoms that go with them, like the dashboard lights in your car. A glowing dashboard light doesn't tell you exactly which wire is loose under the hood, but it definitely tells you the system needs attention, right? Nutrient handling problems might show up on the surface as dullness or extreme dryness. A microbial imbalance might present as highly unpredictable, really unstable skin behavior.
And this right here is exactly why we have to be so careful with oversimplified myths. I mean, you've probably heard the claim floating around that all acne is gut-related. But the truth? Breakouts have many, many routes. Yes, a gut imbalance affecting internal signaling is absolutely one route. But so are hormonal changes, simple clogged pores, or even just stress and cortisol spikes. The exact same visible skin outcome can be produced by vastly different internal patterns. Oversimplified slogans sound great on social media, but they totally erase the real complexity of your biology.
Section 4. Thinking like a system. Looking deeper. Now that you understand all this hidden communication, it requires leaving that old blame game behind us. We can't keep treating isolated, random surface skin symptoms as if your skin is just acting up for absolutely no reason to punish you. The new way? It's asking what the connected system is actually trying to communicate. Next time there's a flare, you look for patterns. You ask yourself, are there digestive changes happening right now too? Am I under some unusual internal stress? Does my skin seem to calm down when the rest of my body calms down?
I want to give you an anchor to hold on to here. The skin may be seen at the surface, but the message often starts deeper in the system. This is the absolute core realization. Your gut-skin connection is not just some loose, trendy association. It is a profound, beautifully structured pathway of regulation.
So I'm going to leave you with this question to ponder today. Next time your skin acts up, what pattern will you look for? Because now you are empowered to listen to your skin with so much more intelligence. You're not just looking at a surface flaw anymore. You're reading a message from the incredible, connected system inside you. Thank you so much for hanging out with me for this explainer, and remember to keep listening to what your body is telling you.